Hello family, welcome back to my channel, Cooking Meals with Katrina G. I truly hope this video finds you as well as your family well and hanging in there, considering everything that's going on. We have to stand strong and hang in there and support one another. Okay, and I hope tuning into my channel brings you some kind of comfort and take you away from everything that's going on. Excuse me. So with that being said, in today's video I'm going to actually be doing my Cornish hen video, fried Cornish hen video. I have one that I uploaded and it has over, the last time I looked, 1,400 views. So I just want to thank you all, so much for the love. But I also realized, it was a really quick video. So in this video I'm going to actually be doing an extended version, showing you how I clean the hens, what I season it with, and then also I'm going to be throwing in a couple of sides, okay? So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share, like the video. Don't like it, just, respond, comment, because it really helps me to be able to bring content like this, to you. The more we grow, the more we share, the more things that, we're able to do, okay? So I really appreciate your support. I want to thank my returning family members, for rocking with your girl, and then also help me welcome our new, family, members. So with that being said, we're going to get, into this video. Alrighty, so here we go. This is everything that I'm going to be using. Well, just about everything. I may be missing one or two things, but we'll add them in as we go along. But in any case, I'm going to be doing, I'm going to do some mixed vegetables. As you see right here on the side, I have my vegetables. I'm thinking about doing a tuna macaroni salad. Also, I'm going to be doing some baked beans. And then the star of the show, these little babies, could I get a drum roll, please? Boom! The Cornish hens. So, these are the hens that I use. I use the Purdue, but you can use whatever type of hen you like. I have used other brands before, but I prefer, my go-to is really Purdue. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be using. And then I'm going to be frying these bad boys in some vegetable oil. I just happen to have Wesson, so I'm going to fry it in vegetable oil. And the reason the bottle looks empty like that is because I've already added my grease to my pot. And yes, I'm going to be frying my hens in this pot. I don't have like a deep fryer. I always fry my hens in a pot. You have to make do with what you have, and it, it does what I need it to do, and that's all that matters. And besides, my kitchen is not that big, and so I don't have enough space to add like little air fryers and stuff like that. And then plus I'm old school. I like doing things the old school way. So save those coins, wherever you can save it, it gets the job done. And with that being said, I'm going to actually start my fire now, because this is about a half a pot. This pot is filled halfway with my grease, and it's going to take a minute, for it to get hot, because that grease, if it ain't cussing and a fussing, when you do that test with that water, then it's not ready, to add your food in there, whatever you're frying. Okay, so I'm going to get that started, and I have it on the low flame, and then right now we're going to get started with cleaning this hen. So let's get to it. Alright, so I'm just filling this pot up. Yes, I'm using a pot to clean my hens. I'm using another pot. So I'm going to fill this up with some cold water, and then I'm going to add some vinegar. Thank you. I'm going to add some vinegar to this water, and I'm going to let this sit for about 15 minutes and just let it soak in this, and then we're going to clean them. Okay, y'all, so hopefully this angle is good for y'all. So now, while the hens are soaking, I'm going to put my eggs on to get ready to make my tuna macaroni salad. I'll put my eggs on for boiling, and then I'm going to start my baked beans. Family, this is going to be a lengthy video, so you better grab a snack and come on back. I'll be right there, y'all. Just getting the pot ready. Alright, so this is my pot for my eggs. And it's just a small, it's going to be a small tuna salad because it's, you know, just the two of us. So anyway, so I have this pot ready. And once the water gets like a little warm, I'm going to add about, I guess about 6 eggs, which is all I have left. So I'm going to be just using the brown eggs. So, okay, now I'm going to start with my beans. I'm going to go ahead and wash this lid off. Always wash your lids off, family. Can opener. They're care to see me opening up a can of beans, but and these are Bush's vegetarian baked beans that I'm using. I love these beans, and apparently so do a lot of other people, because since COVID, it's hard for me to find them sometimes. So when I do see them, I grab a couple of them. All right, might help if I start my oven. So I'm going to heat my oven on, I'll cook these beans on 350. Because they're done. I'm just adding the different ingredients to just let them marry together and cook. So this is really simple, even though it's a lot, it looks like a lot. This really is a simple meal. It really is. It doesn't take long to cook. So I have my baking dish right here. I'm just gonna pour my beans, juice and all. And I have another video on how I made these beans, but I'll do it again. So let's see. Grab a spoon. So now to this, I'm going to add some brown sugar. I have some dark brown sugar here. So I'm going to add, say, like half a cup. I'm also going to add some syrup. Yes, I am. So I add about a quarter cup of syrup. I'm going to add some yellow mustard. Gotta shake this mustard up. You ever, when you use mustard and that first, when you go to squeeze it out and that first squeeze is like full of water, it drives me nuts. So let me be safe, make sure. Okay, we're good to go. So I'm gonna add, there you go, about a tablespoon of mustard. And I'm going to mix this in real good. pretty much it. And set that off to the side, wait for the oven to be at the right temperature, and then we're going to pop those in the oven. And like I said, it doesn't take long. So I'm going to cover these and then just put them over here. My eggs, my water's pretty much the temperature that I want, so I'm going to go ahead and add my eggs. And I just like to put them on this spoon and add them in there because I hate eggs when they break. So, recycle. Okay, so now, turn this down some, have my eggs on. Let me get my noodles, start boiling these because I want to get this in the refrigerator so it can chill. And then after that, we'll get back to cleaning the hen. Let's see, get a pot for... Alright, so I have my water going for my noodles. Once that water starts to heat up, I'll add some salt to that water. Vegetables, they don't take long. So I'm gonna wash off my tuna cans and then get these open. Oh, actually, no. Let me go ahead and season and get these hens clean and seasoned because I want the seasoning to marinate. I usually leave it in the refrigerator for an hour or so, but you know, for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna season it, let it sit for about 15 minutes with the seasoning, and then we'll get it started, okay? All right, so my sink is already clean. So I'm just going to dump the hen in there, and we're going to start cleaning them. I like to go in there and get that extra skin off and that fat. I know some people are kind of, squeamish about, weirded out about touching raw meat. I know my daughter's one of them. She gets, like upchuck, sick from touching raw meat. But I love it. I love the feel of it on my hand, the texture. So anyway, I'm just going in there and just getting rid of all this fat, extra skin. Get up all of those in a nook and cranny. My oven beat. So that means it's ready for the beans to go in. See all that? I like to cut all that off. Cut it out. I have my garbage can here, you, so I'm not throwing the scraps on the floor. Alright, so you got the gist of this. I'm going to finish it up and then I'll meet you over at the seasoning station. Okay, so now the hen all clean. So now you want to take your paper towel and you want to pat your chicken dry. Right? We don't want to put any wet, soaked in wet, chicken hen in the grease. We want to make sure it's dry. And the seasoning will adhere to your meat. Okay, so now my oven is already heated up. I'm going to go ahead and pop these beans in there and let them get started. My eggs are just about at a boil. They're almost done, and we're going to complete this. But let's get these hens started. So I used this already. I'm finished. I don't need this. Let me put this away. And just once you're done using certain ingredients, just put them away to eliminate, any unnecessary clutter. So once I'm done with it, I just put it away. So now, okay, I'm going to start seasoning my hen. So now with the hen, use whatever seasoning that you want. The only one that I use that has seasoning I use that has like salt is I'm going to use the all-purpose seasoning. After that, I'm just going to be using other spices. When you blend a lot of spices together, it brings out the flavor, in your food. Okay, so I'm going to get started. And I'm going to add just a small amount of this because it does contain salt. And then everything else, I'm just going to add a generous amount because it's not salt. So I'm going to go in with the garlic. I'm going to use some total seasoning, Szechuan total seasoning. Black pepper. Smoked paprika. I'm going to use some cumin. This is the last of the cumin, so I'm going to pick up some more of that. I usually put a little more, but turmeric, I'm going to add that. Put turmeric in everything. It's so healthy for you. That and cumin. Then I have some cayenne pepper. Small amount of that. And then last but not least, my paprika. Put a lot of paprika. Paprika is good for coloring, especially when you frying foods and baking. It's just good, for color. It gives it that deep. And my mouth is watering. So I'm gonna go in now with my hands and just massage these babies. Give them a nice massage. Work those seasonings in every nook and cranny. Yeah, don't be afraid. And those of you who are weirded out by touching meat, try gloves. Try season. Put on rubber gloves first. And season your meat. But it's good to just massage it. It really gets it in there. Okay, so now I'm just going to let this sit. My grease is still getting hot. I'm going to let this sit off to the side for a few minutes, and then we're going to get started with the tuna salad. Let me go wash my hands. Sit this in the refrigerator. Or just sit it off to the side. I don't want it to get chilled. Write my counter down. Still need the paprika, that, my salad, this, mayo, and pepper. Okay, so I like to clean as I go along so that'll be less cleaning in the end. Thank y'all so much. If you're still tuned in with your girl, I appreciate the company. I really do. Okay, so now the water for the noodles, I'm going to add some salt to that. So I can season my noodles. Some salt. And just waiting for that to boil. My eggs are just about done. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my tuna fish prepared. I'm going to wash my cans off and then drain the juice and then get this ready. Alrighty. Okay, so alright fam, so now I have my tuna. I'm just going to dump it here. This is the bowl I'm going to mix up my salad in anyway, so my hands are clean, so. Now what I like to do is, because the tuna fish is in chunks, I just like to cut it up, you know, not too fine, but, and this is chunky white tuna in water, not oil, water. And I know some people, when they make their tuna salad, you do it in a certain order. You might put your noodles in first, then you might dump your tuna on top of it, then your eggs. It's all gonna get mixed up. So while I'm waiting for the water to rapidly boil to add the noodles, I figure I'll just, go ahead. All right, let me get this water, wait for this water to boil, and then I'll be back, fam. All right, y'all, so now my grease seems to be hot, and so I'm going to test it, and the way I like to test it is I just take a little water, and I just, okay, so when you hear that sound, that cussing and the fussing, that means the grease is ready. Yep, you see it's still frying and there's nothing in it. It's making that frying sound just for me sprinkling the water. So now I'm going to take my self-rising flour, add it to a bag. Just add enough, to cover your hens, however many you're cooking. Alright, so now I'm going to take the hen one at a time, and I'm going to add it, and then I'm going to shake it real good. Make sure it's nice and coated. Then I'm just going to shake off the excess flour, and then you just take it and slowly, don't drop it in the grease, just slowly let it in and just let it fall. Okay, see? That's how it looks. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and add the second one. My pot is deep enough that I can add both of them at the same time. So I'm going to add this one. Same thing, shake it up, and then add it in. Okay, there we go. Same thing, just add it in. Voila, and there we are. Rinse my hands. So now I'm just going to let these deep fry. I'm not going to turn it or anything, just literally let it fry. And it's 10:04, so I'm going to check it on my time anyway. I don't know what time you're watching this, but I'm going after about 10:20, we're gonna look at it. So this extra flour, I'm just gonna toss this. So now, my pasta, I'm going to go ahead and add my pasta to my water to get this boiling. And I rinse my pasta off first. I put it in the strainer, I rinse it off, and then I add it. Y'all, if you're liking this video so far, please make sure, you give it a thumbs up. Don't go through the whole video and, don't give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it. But in any case, just please interact. And if you have come to my channel more than once, but you haven't subscribed yet, come on, join the family, y'all. It's free, Let's grow, y'all. It's free, no credit check, instant approval, Hit your notifications, hit the bell, so when I upload, you'll be notified. So I put like half this bag in there, which is probably too much. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this off. Just gonna add it to this pot back here. Give it a stir. Now my eggs are done, so I'm going to take these off and then put them in some cold water and let them cool off. So here are my eggs. Okay, so I'll just let these sit and cool off, and we'll be back. Okay, fam, I'm back. So, my noodles are done, so I'm going to go ahead and drain those. Just going to pour them in here and rinse them off. The hens are still going, as you see, and it's been about 15 minutes. Okay, so my noodles are rinsed off. Just move it down a little. So I'm just going to pour them. Now, I think I'm actually going to do half of these, y'all, because I did cook a lot. So the rest of this I can make macaroni and cheese with. Okay. I'll add a little more. Small mac and cheese, huh? I have my eggs. I'm going to cut these up. Cut my eggs up some more, little bite-sized pieces. And it's good enough right there. Now I'm going to add some relish. Use this sweet relish. Y'all love to cook. Love it, love it, love it. I'm also love cooking for others. So I'm doing like 4, keeping, I'm gonna do 5. 3 1/4. Add some salt, pepper. You start off with a little salt and then build up. You can always add, but you can't take away. So do a taste test first, and if you need to add more, then you add more. some black pepper. I'm gonna add a little mustard. And mayo. So start off with 2 tablespoons. Since I've already have another wet ingredient in there, which is my mustard, so I don't want it to be soupy. It's not getting it. And just eyeball it. If you need to add more mayo, you can just add more mayo, which I'm going to do that. Add another tablespoon. Give me 2. Probably could add another can of tuna if I wanted to. So let me taste this. Mmm. Perfect. Perfecto. Now I'm going to transfer it to this dish. Let me see if I have a... So I'm going to add it to this instead because I don't have a lid for this dish. So... And then once you put this in the refrigerator, it's going to solidify a little more. So whatever your wet ingredients you have in there is going to kind of, the noodles are going to kind of absorb it. And so it'll be a little stiff. It won't be as watery, if that makes sense. Or juicy. Now, to garnish this, I'm going to just take some paprika. And just lightly garnish the top. Okay. This is the tuna macaroni salad. Now, we're going to check on our hen. Every time you need the utensils, you can't find them. There you go. So I'm going to take this pitchfork. Let me bring y'all a little closer. Hold on. I don't have insurance for y'all. Hold on. Bring it up just a tad bit. There we go. They're good? Alright, so now we're just going to take these bad boys and flip them. Just turn them around. Okay. Let them fry. Deep fry on the other side. Okay, can you see that crispiness forming right here? You see that? You want to just Every now and then just turn them so they can fry evenly on both sides. Okay, y'all. Okay. So let's check on these beans. Give them a stir. And look at these beans. Woo. Okay, just give these a nice stir. And then now I'm going to put it back in the oven, but I'm going to leave the lid off and it's going to absorb some of the juice. Okay, so I'm going to do some cleaning up, fam, and then I'll be back. Okay, fam, so a hen is just about done. The beans are done. So I put my pot of water on. It's about a quarter cup of water. And I have it on a boil to add my vegetables in, which they don't take long to cook. So I'm just going to season my water with some salt, some garlic powder, and pepper. And I'm going to add about 1/3 bag of the vegetables. And to this I'm going to add some butter. So I add about a tablespoon of butter. Then I'll put a lid on that and let that do its thing. Then we'll get back to the star of the show, of the video. So now, to prepare to take my hens out, what I'm going to do is take some paper towel. I'm going to put it in this strainer, right? But I'm not going to put the hen in here. What I'm going to do is put this rack on top of here. And then I'm going to sit my hens on top of the rack, and I'm going to allow for the grease to drain down in the napkin. I said this in prior videos. I don't like to put my meat directly on the paper towels because what it does is that I feel like it just soaks the grease that goes in the napkin. The longer the meat sits on the napkin, it absorbs it back up. That's how I feel. So I'd rather just let it air dry, and then yeah. So that's the purpose of that. Oh yeah, look at these babies. You know, let me bring you a little closer. Hold on. Get back. Make sure it's recording. Yeah, okay. So this is what these bad boys are looking like. And so far now they've been cooking for 35 minutes. So it's roughly on my stove, and I have it on a medium to high heat. And I turned it about, I want to say this is like my 4th time. And you all be careful not to, I don't poke my hen with the poke holes in it because I feel like the grease would drain out. Check on these beans. Yep, they're done. So I'm going to turn this off. So I'm going to be using these 2 utensils to take my hens out. And just be careful, y'all, when you're doing this and don't splash yourself with grease. However you cook it or whatever method you're using, just be careful. So I'm going to give this about 10 more minutes because I want it crispy, crispy. Yes, Hunty, yes. All right, I'll be back. Okay, fam, so it's time to take these babies out. As you can see, I removed the beans from the oven, so I'm just going to put a lid on these right now. Set them off to the side. So I have my tong. So what I'm gonna do is go on the inside, the opening of the hen, and I'm just gonna grip it. And I'm just gonna let it linger and let as much of the grease drain out back into the pot as I can. Turn this off. Okay, so these are the hens fresh out of the pot. Grease still cussing. Okay, so now I'm just going to let these air dry for a few, and then I'll be back to show you everything. But don't they look good, y'all? Look at that. How brown, crispy. I'll be back. Okay, family, so here we have it. My famous Cornish hens with macaroni, tuna macaroni salad. I have some vegetarian baked beans, and then I have some steamed mixed vegetables. And this is what's for Sunday dinner. Let me cut into this hen so you can hear the crispiness. Alright, so let me cut into this hen. Get my fork. Okay. Cut the bone. Look at that goodness, y'all. Look at that. You see that? See that? Nice and juicy. Yes, so there you have it. So family, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Once again, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, share. If you decide to try this dish and my mouth is watering, please tag it, let me know. And yeah, so again, this meal, it really Only takes about 30 to 40 minutes to prepare all this. It only seemed like it was lengthy because I was doing the video and explaining step by step, but it really is a quick, easy, simple meal. Okay, so thank you once again. Everyone be safe, be blessed. I love you, and I will see y'all in my next video. Mwah.